Hello citizens and welcome to CyberNations Quarterly, where we give you the news once a week, every day. Sir Paul and Soygakas have teamed up to give you everything you need to know about war, peace, alliances, reparations, espionage, celebrities, and low-fat cooking. We tour the world, see the battle zones, know what to wear, and have dinner with your world leaders. And now, here's the news. We start with the winter of our discontent, nuclear winter that is. In Terra del Chat at 9 a.m. April 3rd, the citizens of this leading purple nation were blinded as they looked up at the sky, as a nuclear ICBM launched by a rogue nation Bipoon destroyed the capital city of Miao. At the same time, mushrooms were also spreading over New Canistan, Neo Equilibrium, Tintopia, Calientes Republica, and Blackadder. Launching the weapons were USA, Kilehana, and Bipoon, each sending 2 birds. In response, a multi-organizational coalition comprised of the Legion, Gato, and the NPO counterattacked the 3 nations, sending them down the rankings. Yosef, leader of Stalinia, stated that the attacks filled him with anger and contempt, and that he would revenge this until every trace of Bipoon was destroyed or every member of his nation was dead and gone. Even Muzimo, currently at war with the NPO, launched his nuclear weapon at USA in solidarity against the unprovoked attacks. The world was completely surprised by the coordinated attacks, and many suspected that an exploit was used, but administration has stated that all monies raised were legitimate and that nuclear holocausts were just part of the game. And now, news from the Citrus War. New weapons of destruction have been implemented by both sides, bringing the casualty rates even higher. With tanks and cruise missiles being thrown into battle, destruction is increasing. However, with the exception of the KD incident, there have been no nuclear weapons used in the Odeon conflict, though NPO Emperor Ivan Moldavi hinted that they would be used if they would bring the conflict to an end swifter than conventional arms. Though most Odeon nations are either defeated or in hiding, a more coordinated effort by the Odeon has some NPO nations hurting. By concentrating aid and attacks, the Odeon is able to have successful battles against individual nations, despite being crippled overall. Currently, Odeon leaders Generalissimo and Pope Hope are on what has been characterized as hippie shield mode, and for good reason. Coming out of peace mode would probably mean utter destruction to such high-profile targets. The NPO has called for the Odeon leadership to come into war mode. To quote Emperor Ivan, "Hey, hey, hey, come out and play." However, NPO tanks aren't the only things tooling around Orange territory. A new Orange-based alliance, the Orange Protection Agency, has risen out of the many nations who left the Odeon and new ones joining the ranks of the Orange team. Princess Kel stated that the alliance would not be imperialistic like the NPO or gratuitous like the Odeon, but simply be a group of Orange nations coming together for mutual protection and peace. Odeon or Pope Hope did not take kindly to Princess Kel's tone, stating that the Odeon is a growing alliance with over 100 members, and all but accused Princess Kel of founding the OPA in the name of the NPO. Odeon member Dulcinea tried to smooth over the situation by offering a bump to the OPA recruitment thread and wished her luck. With the CyberNations audit being conducted, this journalist looks forward to seeing which groups will be given official game forms and which will be given the boot. And finally, news you can use. Want to impress your friends with a fancy Greek salad but don't want to go to a specialty store? Simply mix fat-free Caesar dressing with lemon juice for a dressing that tastes fresh. Thank you for listening to CyberNations Quarterly. I'm Sir Paul, bringing you the news once a week, every day.